online for the world. This is Mix 96, WKOV FM, Oak Hill, Jackson, Wellston, and MacArthur.
New data from the Ohio State Highway Patrol shows that distracted driving crashes are down across the state. The Jackson City School Board recently approved a revised school calendar for the 2024 and 2025 school year. The 42nd Annual Foothills Arts Festival is set for this weekend at Parks Edge Event Center. Tickets are now available for Rock for Tots, Remembering the 60s concert, and Liberty Township Fire Department is set to have their annual bean dinner on Saturday. All this and more coming up in your newscast.
The people you know, the experience you trust, the quality you expect, the newspaper you deserve. This local newscast provided by The Telegram.
From the Telegram News Studios in the Stockmeister Plaza in the heart of Jackson, this is Matt McKee with your local and area news. And your top news story today, parents in the Jackson City School District should be aware that the Jackson School Board has approved a revised school calendar for the 2024 and 2025 school year. The change, which was a simple one, was voted on during the most recent school board meeting. Jackson City School Superintendent Phil Howard told the board that he made an error on the number of days. There was an extra day too many on the calendar. The original school calendar noted the last day of school was Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Howard said the last day of school now will be Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Jackson High School Principal Tyler Swackhammer noted that the senior breakfast, senior assembly, and graduation practice will all be held on Thursday, May 22nd. He noted that the graduation ceremony will still be held as originally scheduled on Friday evening, May 23rd. New data from the Ohio State Highway Patrol shows that distracted driving crashes are down across the state. Here's more from ONN's Tracy Townsend in Columbus.
And this comes after the state passed a new distracted driving law that prohibits drivers from using or holding a phone while they're behind the wheel. Data shows since last October there were around 1,100 fewer distracted driving crashes in our state. There was also a nearly 20% decrease in deadly crashes from distracted driving as well.
A Medford man was sentenced recently to a prison term of 2 years relating to the mishandling of a firearm after a reckless and dangerous altercation between two parties that occurred on a residential street in Jackson. Vincent D. Best, age 24 of Medford, was indicted by the Jackson County Grand Jury last June. He was indicted on a third-degree felony of discharge of firearm on or near prohibited premises and a fourth-degree felony of improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle. Each charge had an additional firearm specification as well. Best's charges had stemmed from an altercation that involved gunshots being fired on Friday morning, May 3rd. Best was traveling in a vehicle and was charged with firing gunshots at another vehicle near the intersection of High Street and Wood Avenue in Jackson. Nobody in the other vehicle was hit by gunfire from Best's pistol. However, the vehicle was damaged by gunshots. Best was sentenced recently in the Jackson County Common Pleas Court. He had originally pled not guilty, withdrew his not guilty plea, though, and pled guilty to one count of discharge of a firearm on or near prohibited premises. He accepted a plea deal, so the charge of improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle and the firearm specifications would be dismissed. It was noted that because Best was convicted of a felony, he's not allowed to own or possess firearms or weapons once out of prison. The 42nd Annual Foothills Arts Festival will be conducted this Friday through Sunday at Parks Edge Event Center on East Main Street in Jackson. The Southern Hills Arts Council conducts the event, and it's a showcase of the artwork of some of the most talented local and area artists. Show director Brittany Potter reports that 60 different artists have entered a total of 178 pieces. The festival is judged, and winners will be announced for 2D and 3D categories in professional, amateur, and youth divisions. Top awards to be determined will be Best of Show, the Patricia Best Ely Award for Most Creative, and the People's Choice Award. Public viewing hours are set for Friday and Saturday from 10 to 7 and Sunday from noon to 5. Admission is free, and there's plenty of nearby parking available. Tickets for the Rock for Tots Remembering the 60s concert in Jackson next month are now on sale. Tickets can be purchased at the Marquet Box Office at 269 East Main Street in downtown Jackson. It's open from 12 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday. You can also purchase tickets online at marquettickets.org. All the money raised this year will go to Rock for Tots to benefit local Christmas toy drives and the Bart Wiseman Foundation's Sonic Rhythm Academy. This foundation offers free music classes for area youth. The Remembering the 60s concert will feature John Jones, Craig Klein, David Leach, Ben Davis Jr., and John Pelletier, who will perform at the Marquet Theater on Main Street in Jackson, Friday, November 17th at 7 p.m. The Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce has announced that it's once again hosting Trunk or Treat Thursday from 6 to 8 in the downtown area. The event will be held on Broadway Street between Main Street and Pearl Street. Chamber is expecting over 1,000 trick-or-treaters and needs the public to make it a spooktacular success. Members of the public are invited to join in by decorating their vehicles, bringing candy, and they also want to promote their businesses in the process. Setup begins at 5 p.m. Judging for the best decorated vehicle will be at 5:50. Trick-or-treating will run from 6 to 8 with cleanup lasting until 9. There's no cost to set up, but participants are asked to fill out an online registration form. There'll be trophies awarded for the best decorated trunk. Lake Hope State Park in Vinton County will host a super full Hunter's Moon hike this Thursday evening from 7 to 9. Hikers are invited to join the naturalist and observe the closest full moon of 2024 rise over the horizon. Attendees will begin this moderate 2-mile hike near sunset and continue along the water's edge as the harvest moon begins to descend into the night sky. Participants should meet at the shelter house and should wear sturdy closed-toed shoes and dress appropriately for the weather. Flashlights and headlamps will be permitted, and a small number of red light flashlights will be available for use. The Scioto Foundation, which supports numerous nonprofit organizations in Scioto County and the surrounding area, is seeking the public's support for its one-day fundraising event known as Scioto Gives, which will take place on Thursday. The Scioto Foundation has set aside $55,000 for matching funds, and every dollar donated on Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. will be matched. Donations can be made by checks made payable to the Scioto Foundation at 303 Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth or by credit card through the Foundation's website, sciotogives.org. Vinton County High School will host parent-teacher fall conferences next Monday, October 21st from 3:30 until 8:30. Parents will be notified to schedule meetings with teachers. Walk-ins are welcome, but it's recommended the parents call to check teacher availability. Those who would like a phone call conference, this can be accommodated as well. If you have questions or are in need of information, you can call the high school office at 596-5258. And finally today, the Liberty Township Volunteer Fire Department's annual Bean Dinner will be held Saturday starting at 11 a.m. at the fire station, which is located at 2315 Harrison Road west of Jackson. Menu items will include beans, cornbread, hot dogs, soda, water, coffee, and desserts. These items are free to the public, but donations will be welcome. A 50-50 drawing, a live auction, and a Chinese auction will also be held. Chinese auction drawings and the live auction will begin at 1 p.m. From the Total Media Studios in Jackson, I'm Matt McKee, and that was your local and area news.
For continuing and more in-depth coverage of local news in Jackson and Vinton counties, subscribe to the Telegram and stay connected with thetelegramnews.com.
And now let's go look at those Thursday morning weather conditions for Jackson and Vinton counties. We are expecting some widespread frost to start out your day, but then we'll see sunshine and a little bit warmer conditions this afternoon with highs up around 62. For tonight, clear and cold, overnight lows dropping back down to around the freezing mark. Heading into your final workday Friday, another day full of sunshine, even warmer, with highs up near 68. For your football Friday night, clear and cool, overnight lows Friday down to 34. Saturday sunshine with highs up near 72. We continue now with the obituary report.